Good morning, everybody. And Neeti.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to EMC. This is another great morning where we get together to look at our lives and to look at all the challenges we have and how we can overcome them with positivity, hope, identifying opportunities, and moving ahead with a lot of enthusiasm and positivity. This is another session where we will look at some more small and big life-changing skills, and we will be implementing them through the day and sharing our winnings and our challenges as we use these skills. So I take this opportunity to welcome all of you, those who are with us on this platform, those who are watching us on YouTube, and those who follow us on Facebook. Welcome one and all. Thank you.
All right. So since we are going to be building on what we did yesterday, and I want to quickly remind you, what did we do yesterday? We said, how do we shift out from the survival mode to a mode where we thrive? Okay. How do we shift from surviving to thriving? So before we move on to the topic of the day, who's the person who can summarize very quickly in 5 or 6 sentences? What did we do yesterday? Not so difficult. You were there, you were awake, you were listening. So will you trust yourself and say, what is it that you got out of being there yesterday? So that becomes a kind of revision for everybody. So who would like to do that? Shakti, Ashok, Reddy Garu, who would like to do that? Yes, Reddy Garu.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yesterday, we talked about 3-4 points which I noted down. For me, I just noted down that how do you spend your time to create more in your life? And how can you make it possible? And how you make it choice instead of making a decision. So then why don't you make choices instead of thinking how it is possible? Then first you make a choice and destroy your beliefs that it will not happen. That's what I made a note, sir. I just read that.
Okay, very nice. Thank you very much for a very quick and nice summary. Yes, Shakti, go ahead.
We talked about the difference between the survival and thriving one. What is stopping us to be in thriving mode? That we discussed, and then most of the time we are so busy to make a decision. We are not making a choice. If you want to be in thriving mode, we need to make a choice, and then we need to move forward from the default mode to creation mode. This is what we discussed.
All right, anybody else? Anything which you picked up and which you thought you should implement immediately? See, the whole idea of these questions and distinctions is that we take them and start implementing them in life. Yes,
yes.
I can share that.
Okay, Ashok ji first and then Shakti once again. Yes, Ashok ji.
By routine, by our nature, we always remain in survival mode. And we have to deliberately shift into the growth mode. And unless we shift into the growth mode, our habitual circumstances, everyday routine makes us to remain in survival mode. And then lot of conversation was on rich and poor. Rich
Mentality of the rich and poor.
Mentality. Rich and poor, rich in what? Rich in mentality, rich in with money, rich with thoughts, rich with possibilities. So rich is not limited only to the money, and poor is a poor who is always succumbs to the circumstances, remains in routine, looks only to the limited success. आज के लिए क्या करना है बस उतना ही, so that the people do not blame me. So the idea was why we do not look for the unlimited possibilities which exist, and the difference between the unlimited possibilities and a routine mode. That was the talk, that we should not be limited only to our survival mode and look to the daily routine. We should look beyond, something beyond what is possible every time, every second. That was the idea.
Beautiful,
Thank you.
beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Kamalji, after Kamalji, I will ask
Okay.
Shanti ji. But
Uh,
first,
Yes, sir. So yesterday, one important thing which you talk about is the time audit. So after the session, I was doing that. Now, how much time I'm spending? So I'm just doing the slot by slot, 1 hour by 1 hour. No, where I'm spending my time, and by evening I realized that okay, somewhere 80% is time where we are doing our daily course, thinking. No, it's not productive. So that's the one thing which I implemented. And then there is a Pomodoro technique, which I got to know. So I've 20 minutes work, 20 minutes break kind of thing. The other thing which I picked up from yesterday is we have to come out from our comfort zone, and our normal life is hazardous to us. Our normal life some ways tailing us. And we know we are lacking. We have that awareness, but we are not making that choice. We judge, we churn, and we create no possibility. So we have to somewhere believe in that. We have to create that infinity belief somewhere. That is one which I picked up. Yes, the difference between rich and poor, वो भी एक बड़ा अच्छा था कि क्या है जो अमीर बन रहे हैं, and then we are in the same state, and that is all about what kind of mindset we have, and our own responsibility, what quality of life we are living. So these are the things which I picked up. So good things.
beautiful. Thank you very much. Yes, Shanti ji.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Actually, we make judgment about the situation. We don't give allowance, and we cannot see the possibilities. And we don't think that how do you use our time to create more peace, joy, and wealth, and whatever we want. We don't think of it. We want to have, once we get up, we want that day to be a normal day. Normal means we may not be happy, but we don't want to come out of our comfort zone. Only when we come out of our comfort zone, take rest, make new choices, new adventurous things, then only we can see a growth which is vigorous. You also mentioned about nature. Nature is thriving. Nature is vigorously growing. But we people get into the survival mode and we don't think of growth. The difference between the rich and the poor is whenever a situation arises or whenever an obstacle arises, the rich thinks that this problem can be solved. We can overcome the obstacle. But the poor people with a poor mentality, they see it that we cannot solve this problem. So we cannot come out of it. So we withdraw back into the normalcy and we are happy with the normal day and a comfortable day. That's it. That's
Great.
it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think I should change the caption written on top of my head, I should say, beware of the normal. That should be a good caption. If you want to be in the thrive mode, be careful of the normal, because the normal that we have created for us is going to only limit us, isn't it? So let's look at something which I talk about so frequently with you. It's one of the first interferers that we have. And that interferer is the tendency to get influenced by the circumstances. What is the biggest interferer we have? The tendency to get influenced by the circumstances. हम परिस्थितियों से बहुत ज्यादा प्रभावित हो जाते हैं. So I want you to remember and tell me, how do circumstances influence you? See, circumstances are outside and you are here. What is the connection between circumstances and you that allows the circumstances to control you?
The circumstances push us into our old habit.
No, you keep yourself muted for a while. You are right. But how does it trigger you? How do the circumstances control you? So those who have been with us for a long time, you know it very well. How do circumstances influence you? Yes, Neeti.
So first, the circumstance would not be in sync with what I want. Therefore, my personal judgment and my personal attachment to the circumstance is what triggers it, triggers my reactions.
So how do circumstances influence you? You forgot, everybody. Through your feelings.
Oh, yes, sir. Right.
You see, when there is a particular circumstances, your feelings are influenced. And your feelings influence your actions. So the first thing which happens due to anything, somebody does something, they say something or they do something, and you feel something. And whatever you feel, your actions are corresponding with that. So if the circumstances are inspiring you, you will feel inspired and you will do actions of people who are inspired. Now that's the way our programming is. That is why we are always looking for someone on the outside to give us positive motivation and all that. Are you getting it? So circumstances are not designed to motivate you or, inspire you. Circumstances don't care about you. You care about you. So circumstances influence you through your feelings. So any sensible fellow will say, if circumstances are influencing my feelings, why don't I generate my own feelings? As a human being, I have the power to generate whatever feelings I want. I mean, look at the actors. Are they not generating different feelings and moods and very real? It's not a pretense, they actually generate that. So if you remember, in order to practice the art of generating our own feelings, there is an exercise that we do. I hope you remember that exercise. So at this very moment, you can generate that feeling which you require. See, right now, many of us are in different moods, right? Are you exuberantly happy at this moment? Maybe not. But do you have a power to generate that happiness? You do. And what's the exercise that we do to generate that happiness? Anybody remembers it? We've done it so frequently and now we stopped, so you forgot.
Laughing exercise.
Exactly. We generate that laughter, even though we may not be feeling like it. Even though you don't feel like it, you generate that laughter and you actually are laughing and you're actually feeling good. So you can generate whatever feeling you want. If the circumstances is bad, what does it do to your feelings? It makes you feel sad. It makes you feel sad. It makes you feel disappointed. It makes you feel demotivated. So what should you do? Should you give up? Should you allow that feeling to take over? A feeling of despondency or whatever, hopelessness. Like many people, they become totally indifferent to life. They don't want to feel feelings only. Now, if you become a person like that, you will not feel good feelings also. You will not feel bad feelings also. You will be a feelingless robo. Talk, robo. You want to be a robo? See, why are we putting on this mantle of invincibility? See, we are not allowing us to be vulnerable, right? because we are protecting. So what are we protecting from? You notice that most of our protective mechanism is to prevent something, isn't it? Can you tell me what are we protecting, ladies and gentlemen? We are protecting ourselves from what?
You're
From not
protecting
being
our image.
sad.
Yeah, not being sad, not being angry, not being discouraged.
Upset.
Yeah, so we put on this, big armor plate because we feel, we become open, people will hurt us. A lot of people fell in love and their heart got broken a couple of times and they said, now I'm never going to fall in love. At the same time, they sing songs like Akela hu main duniya mein. What a controversial thing it is. On the one side, you want it, on the other side, you say, no, stay away from it. So, feelings. Every circumstance today. So, look at your life, man. If you are not allowing yourself to thrive, and if you're only surviving, are you doing it because you like it? If I ask you, why are you in survival mode? Do you like being in the survival mode? Answer will be no, sir, I don't like it. It's very boring. Do you like to be in the default mode? So, no, sir, what a burden. A lot of people are living life, what a burden my life is. I have so many responsibilities. I have so many accountabilities. See, here is the paradox. Nobody wants to be in that mode. Everybody wants to thrive. Everybody wants to have a life of ease and joy and glory. We want that. But we always have a because. And the because is, sir, what to do? मेरी परिस्थितियां हावी हो जाती हैं, sir. My circumstances are becoming so overwhelming. I'm not able to do anything about it. And because they are feeling that negative feeling, they actually succumb. They give up. हाथ खड़े कर देते हैं. That is the reason why I tell you about the power of generation so frequently, so that you can generate whatever you want. Maybe happiness is something you want to generate. Maybe passion. I think if you are a man working or something, how about enthusiasm? Josh, A person like me, sometimes he has to generate anger because I don't know how to get angry. Generate karna padta. So do you want to practice that power of generation a little bit today? Now, since we don't want to disturb anybody in our house or in the park, क्योंकि अरविंद तो अभी park में खड़ा होगा. Correct? So what we'll do is we will practice laughing 100% without making any sound. People will see you looking very happy. They'll say, "Kya ho gaya?" All right, are you ready? Ready, Garu? Are you ready? All right, 1, 2, Venkat Garu, are you ready? Give me some signal that you are ready. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. जोश पैदा करो, खुशी पैदा करो, generate some passion, enthusiasm. Tell me, a person who can generate, will he ever say कि sir bore हो गया? Will he say I'm getting bored? Will he ever say मजा नहीं आ रहा है sir life में? Huh? Never, ना? क्यों बोलेगा ऐसे? He knows कि मुझे मजा चाहिए तो I can generate it. A lot of people waste a lot of money on alcohol, you know, Mr. Alcohol. So you unko pucho, why are you having Mr. Alcohol? They'll say, sir, maza aata hai fir. Acha, acha. Uske bina maza nahi aata hai. And a lot of people are having maza without alcohol. Yeah. So if you want to spend money on alcohol, don't waste it. Donate it to Empowering Morning Conversations. Huh? Alcohol. You need it? No. That's why I like, you know, whenever I watch that Indian Idol, that fellow says, smile karo aur shuru ho jao. Power of generation. So I found that, you know, in any given day, your Rosmarra ki hamari zindagi hoti hai, it is very easy to get into that mechanical default mode. Hai na? Because the circumstances overpower you. परिस्थितियां हावी हो जाती हैं, सर क्या करें? You know, if you do this exercise once in every 1 hour, you please try this experiment, all of you 16 people on this call. You do this exercise once every hour for the next 3 days. Put a timer on your phone, beep, 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 power of generation. Go to the bathroom or wherever you want. Once every hour, just do it and see what happens. There is an old saying, na, proof of the pudding is in the eating. करके देखो, करके देखो, हमको पता है जालिम का काम. So guys, are you going to do it once every hour without fail, at least for 3 days? And you will like it so much, you will keep doing it all the time. They will make Munna Bhai MBBS number 3 for you after that. So this is kind of today's session. I wanted it to be a reminder for you that if you want to thrive instead of survive, then you will always keep working on your interferers. And the biggest interferer in your life and my life is what? Our tendency to be influenced by the circumstances. And I will remind you again and again, circumstances can control you only through your feelings. Circumstances can control you only through your feelings. So if you're a master of your own feelings, what is a master of my own feelings? What does it mean? Niti, can you tell them? What is a master of his own feelings? What kind of a person is that?
So someone who would be in the driver's seat is able to drive the purpose, drive the influence others, be an influencer, a positive influencer on others and on self.
Yeah, a person who can generate whatever feeling he requires at whatever time. You know, because feelings have been given to us for a purpose, Baba. Feelings were not given to us by God so that they could control us. The feelings were given to us so that they would indicate to us what is our state of being at that time. And we have the power to generate any feeling that is required. Because one thing is 100% proven, your actions are directly linked to your feelings. Your feelings significantly influence your actions. Circumstances influence your feelings, and your feelings influence your actions. Remember this, circumstances influence your feelings, and feelings influence your actions. So a person who does not allow the circumstances to overtake him has the power to generate whatever feeling he wants or she wants whenever they want to generate it. That is why they are in the driver's seat, like Neeti says. Otherwise, you are not in the driver's seat, na? Somebody else is driving you. So that's what a master of emotions is. अपनी भावनाओं का मालिक कौन होता है? Who is the master of your feelings? Who is called a master of feelings? ये नाम आप किसको देते हैं? Reddy Garu, who do you call as a master of his feelings? Okay, Hasina ji can say.
Himself. Himself.
A person who can generate whatever feeling he wants. That is why he is called master of his feelings. Feelings are not his master. He is the master of his feelings.
Because of the feeling, yeah, yeah.
Right? And this is what we all want to be. If you want to thrive in life, I think a very fundamental, basic thing to do is to become a master of your own feelings. And when you do that, you will never allow anybody else to influence your feelings. You will never allow anything to influence your feelings. You want to thrive? Remember this. So will you practice this for the next 3 days, once every hour? Yeah, all those who are going to follow my advice and practice it, would you please raise your virtual hand? Yep. All right. Fantastic. Okay, what about the others? Are you going to practice power of generation once every hour for the next 2 days? Okay. What about you, Premji? What about you, Priya? Are you going to generate the power, generate your feelings, laughter exercise?
Yes, so
Yes.
Every hour.
we'll do it every
Okay.
1 hour.
What about you, Vandana? What about you, Yuvina? All right. Very nice.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
I will.
Oh, hey, good. Congratulations. And I'd love to hear from you tomorrow when you come back. Okay, what happened when you did that? What kind of a day you had, etc., etc., etc. All right.
So yeah, some and I can do it something. We have to shout or laugh. I was a bit.
See, this is what happens when you are partially present in a session.
Yeah, I know this. Here timing is.
We were demonstrating to you. No. We did it much later. We did it at 7:20. So I don't know where you were, but we'll do it again. Right? So what we'll do is that when I say 1, 2, 3, we have to laugh 100%. And because we don't want to disturb anybody, we'll not make any sound. So 1, 2, 3, go. No sound is required. You don't need to make a sound. Yakuddin, you don't listen or what? I said you don't have to make a sound.
Oh, without noise.
Without sound.
Sound.
So you have to do this once in every hour. 100% laughter. Once every hour for the next 3 days. And then you tell me how your life went, how your day went. All right. All right. So before we close today's session, I don't have our resident Shire with us today. I do not know what happened to him. So I'll request you, Kamalji, how about you telling us a share? And then we'll close.
रोज नया नया शेर याद नहीं आता बट एक शेर है जो मैंने लास्ट वीक बोला था बट आई थिंक यू आर नॉट देयर which says that रोज थकता हूं मैं करके मरम्मत अपनी, रोज थकता हूं मैं करके मरम्मत अपनी, रोज एक नया नुक्स मुझ में निकल आता है.
Wow, 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 wow. I get tired of repairing myself every day, and every day a new fault appears. Wow. Okay, that's called
I say one.
keen desire for self-development. Yes, Abhinav, you want to say something?
I like to say,
Yeah, after you, then first the ladies and then Abhinav. Go ahead.
जिंदगी जलेबी की तरह उलझ गई है, तो क्यों नहीं चाशनी में डुबोकर उसका मजा लिया जाए.
Wow, 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 wow. Can you translate it also, please?
Jalebi is confused, like a life all confused.
My
Why
life is
not put it in
confused.
a
Okay.
Why not put it in the syrup and enjoy it?
Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful. I like this one very much. Okay, Abhinav, what is it that you were wanting to share or ask or whatever? Abhinav,
I was just raising my hand जब आपने बोला था ना पहले.
अच्छा कि
हर
आप
घंटे.
एक्सरसाइज करोगे घंटे में एक बार.
हाँ हाँ.
क्या बात है. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for being present here today. Remember, since yesterday we are working on living a life in which we thrive rather than we just survive. Okay. And we have continued on that today by telling you that the biggest, interferer that does not allow us to thrive is our tendency to be influenced by the circumstances. And circumstances are influencing you through your feelings, and feelings influence your actions. And therefore, if you want to thrive in life, you better learn the art of generating whatever feeling is required at any given point of time. All right. So on that note, thank you very much and very nice to see you again, Gautam. And we hope you are going to be regular from now on. Wonderful. All you wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human beings. Remember, you deserve to be loved and respected for who you are. And see you tomorrow morning. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you, sir.